Do you want to learn how to make your own temperature monitoring system using GSM? Then watch this tutorial from start to the very end, because at the end of this tutorial you will be able to request your temperature data from anywhere around the world. Hi guys, my name is Fahad and welcome to Electronic Clinic. If this is your first time here and you want to learn Arduino programming, PLC ladder logic programming, SCADA application designing, SolidWorks, Visual Basic application designing and programming, for microcontrollers to send and receive data, Android, security systems, robotics, image processing and much more, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so that you never miss anything. Welcome back my friends. Like I say in most of my videos, never skip portions of a tutorial, because when you skip a portion, basically you are skipping knowledge. So let's get back to the original topic. The purpose of this project is to monitor your sensors, for example like temperature sensors, humidity sensors, LDR, the light dependent resistor, moisture sensors. Variable resistors can also be used as sensors, etc., from a remote location far away.
You are so far from me, Romeo. We can never meet.
The distance doesn't matter, Juliet. I can never be bound by the distance.
So that's what this project is all about. This project is not bound by the distance. If you have the GSM network and a cell phone, of course, simply type a message, send it to the GSM module connected with the Arduino. The Arduino will receive that message, check the command, and then generate a message having the sensors data and send it back to you. So that's it. It's very simple. So let's start working on this project. First of all, we will discuss the components, then after that the circuit diagram, then the interfacing and programming, and then finally the testing. So let's get started. This is the GSM module that we will be using today. It's SIM900A. This is exactly the same GSM module that we will be using today. This is SIM900A and it has all the pin informations. As you can see, all the pins are labeled. You can see these two pins will be used for powering up the GSM module. We can give 4 to 5 volt to power this on, and well, the ideal voltage is 4.7, but we can give it 5 volt as well. And this is the ground pin, and as you can see, so we'll be using all 3 pins: the ground pin, the RXD 5 volt and the TXT 5 volt. So the RXD is the receive pin and the TXT is the transmit pin. As you can simply use a SIM over here, and this is SIM900A module. You can also use SIM900D. And then after this I will tell you how to interface this GSM module with the Arduino, and I will also tell you about the circuit diagram, and we will explain in detail the programming. So let's start. If you are from Pakistan or India, first of all make sure that you purchase the unlocked version of the SIM900A. If you're using SIM900D, then using that module you'll be having no such problems. So first of all, make sure when you purchase this SIM900A module, you should ask that whether this particular module is locked or unlocked, so that you don't purchase the wrong version. If you purchase the wrong version, it will be blocked automatically. Using SIM900A is very easy. All you need is just to use a SIM card. Over here you can easily open this, use a SIM card, and then over here we'll be using only the 3 pins which I told you, which are the ground, the TXT pin and the RXD pin. So the TXT and RXD pins will be connected with pin number 7 and 8 of the Arduino, and the ground pin will be connected with the ground pin of the Arduino. And as you can see over here, there's a DC socket, and this will be used to give 5 volts to the GSM SIM900A. So friends, you will also be needing Arduino Uno. If you don't have the Arduino Uno, you can use Mega as well, but currently I have Arduino Uno, so that's why I'm using this one. In simple words, we can say that any program which is written for the Arduino Uno can be run on Mega, but the reverse may not apply, because in Mega we have so many input output pins, so there's a possibility that the program which we have written for the Mega may not run on the Arduino Uno. So if we end up in a situation like this, then what you will do, you will just simply change the pins in Arduino Uno, and then you are ready to go. Let's start with the datasheet of the DHT11 temperature and humidity module. This is the temperature sensor that we are going to use today in this episode. This datasheet consists of all the informations that you want to know about the DHT11. For example, its product overview, and number 2, the applications, which clearly explains that where you can use this particular sensor, the features, the dimensions, and the product parameters, which is the most important part, and you should give it a read, like the relative humidity, the resolution, the temperature, the electrical characteristics, which tells you that how much power you can give. The power supply is 3.5 to 5.5 volt DC, as in Arduino we already have the 5 volts, so we can power this up using the Arduino power supply. And the pin description. As we know that the DHT11 has 4 pins, so the leftmost pin, which is the pin number 1, can be connected with 5 volts of the Arduino, and the pin number 2 is the data pin, and pin number 3 is not connected, and the pin number 4 is the ground one. So my friends, this is the typical circuit. Over here you can see that the pin number 1 is connected with VCC, which is 5 volts, and pin number 2, which is a data pin, is connected with P3.0, but it's also connected with a resistor, and on the other end of the resistor a 5 volt supply is connected, and pin number 3 is not connected, and pin number 4 is ground. So it means that while using DHT11 we will also be connecting a resistor. So if you read all these information, you will clearly understand that why we are adding a resistor over here. Due to the tutorial limitations, we can't go into all the details. You should give it a read and you will understand that why we are using a resistor over here. So my friends, this is the basic circuit diagram which shows that how the DHT11 will be connected with the Arduino Uno. As you know that the DHT11 has 4 pins, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the pin number 1 is connected with plus 5 volts. This 5 volt will be providing from the Arduino. And the pin number 2 will be connected with pin 12 of the Arduino, and as you can see the pin number 12 is also connected with a 10k resistor, and the other side is connected with 5 volts. The pin number 3 will not be connected, and the pin number 4 is connected with ground. So that's all for the circuit diagram. Now we will make this circuit on a Vero board. We will do the soldering, then after that we will interface the circuit, and then we'll start the programming. We will solder the DHT11 sensor onto the Vero board, as you can see. So first of all we will solder one leg of the DHT11 sensor onto the Vero board so that we can align this, and then after that we will use the alligator clips to solder the remaining pins. While soldering, make sure that you don't apply too much heat because this can damage the DHT11 sensor. So now as you can see there is no short circuit, and we are doing all this soldering as per the circuit diagram which you can see. So now it's time to solder the 10k resistor as per the schematic. So now the 10k resistor is soldered. Now it's time to solder the wires. This is the 5 volt wire which is connected with pin number 1 and one side of the 10k resistor, and now this is the ground wire on pin number 4 and the green wire is on pin number 2. So all the wires are soldered. So this is the complete circuit diagram of the how to request a sensor data via SMS using Arduino and SIM900. So in this project I will be using SIM900A, but it doesn't matter if you use SIM900D because the code that we will be writing can work on both the GSM modules. So you can see that SIM900A, I'm using SIM900A, and the SIM900A will be doing serial communication with the Arduino Uno, so that's why we have TXT, RXT and ground. The TXT is for the transmit, RXT is the receive pin, and the ground will be connected with the Arduino ground. As we know that in Arduino we have a serial port on pin number 0 and 1. But I recommend that you guys should use some other pins for the serial communication, because pin 0 and 1 will be used for the debugging purposes. Later in the programming I will tell you how to use 0 and 1 for the debugging. So we will be using pin number 7 and 8, so the TXT of the SIM900A will be connected with pin 8 of the Arduino, and similarly the RXT will be connected with pin 7 of the Arduino. So we will be making a serial port on pin number 7 and 8, and for that we'll be using the software serial.h header file, which I will explain in the programming. And if you want, you can use some other pins like instead of pin number 7 and 8, so that's really easy. As you know that the DHT11 has 4 pins, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the pin number 1 is connected with plus 5 volts. This 5 volt we will be providing from the Arduino, and the pin number 2 will be connected with pin 12 of the Arduino, and as you can see the pin number 12 is also connected with a 10k resistor, and the other side is connected with 5 volt. The pin number 3 will not be connected, and the pin number 4 is connected with ground. This is the basic circuit diagram. On the SIM900A we'll be using only 3 pins, the TXT, RXT, the ground, and 2 other pins which are the supply pins and these sensors. So that's it. So my friends, this is the program which is written for requesting the temperature data using GSM SIM900A, and for the feedback system we'll be using V as a command. So when we will be sending V from the cell phone, it will send us a message back with the values of temperature and humidity. So let's start with the include software serial.h. Software serial.h is a library which is used for making serial ports. As you know, my friends, that in Arduino Uno we have only one serial port, which is on pin number 0 and pin number 1. So I recommend that you guys should never use this serial port for the GSM or the Bluetooth module or any other device which supports serial communication. Always use this port for the debugging purposes, and you can use software serial.h for defining another serial port. So in this project I will be using pin number 7 and 8 for the GSM module. H include DHT.h, so we will be using, make sure that you first download this library from the GitHub, because for the DHT11 sensor you will be needing this. And H define DHT pin 12, so it will be connected with pin number 12, which I already explained in the circuit diagram. And well, I'm using DHT11 because right now I have this sensor, but if you want, you can use 22. You can study the data sheets, and you can also use DHT1. So the one you're using, simply uncomment that, and you can comment this one like this, and if you're using this one, so just uncomment and upload the program. So as I'm using the DHT11, so I will uncomment this. And there is a difference between DHT11 and DHT22, because the DHT22 you can also measure the negative temperatures. So these are just the connections which I already explained in the circuit diagram, just the comments. And then the DHT pin and the DHT type. So the DHT pin, that's actually 12, and the DHT type, which this one. So this is actually a function, and it's taking 2 parameters, the DHT pin and the DHT type. Then integer character will hold the incoming character from the GSM shield. So as we will be sending a command like V from our cell phone, so that will be saved over here. And software serial SIM900 pin number 7 and 8 is already explained in the circuit diagram. Our GSM module will be connected to pin number 7 and 8. So string TXT for text for SMS, as we will be sending the temperature data in a message, so for that we will be needing a string. So that is a variable of the type string. String humidity is equal to humidity under for the percentage sign, and the string temperature equals to temperature, and the string sign equals to centigrade. Now the white setup. So as you know, my friends, that every Mega and Arduino Uno program has at least two functions, the white setup and the white loop. So the white setup actually runs only one time, and the white loop runs infinite time. So as you can see, there is a word white in front of the setup. So the white means that this function is not returning any value, and the empty parentheses means that this function is not taking any argument as the input. So serial dot begin, so we will have to activate the serial communication for the debugging purposes, and then sim900 dot begin at 9600, and then we have to begin the DHT dot begin. So that's it with the white setup. And then the random seed analog 0 sim900 dot plain, we have to select the text plain mode, and if you want to study the 80 commands, simply make a search on the Google with 80 commands for the GSM module, and then you can download a PDF file and study all these commands. So what does it mean? These are very simple. This command will be used for deleting all the messages, and make sure that you use delay so that the commands can successfully implement. And then white send SMS. So this is a user-defined function, and this will be used for sending the message on a desired number. So this is my contact number. If you want, you can also send me messages on WhatsApp if you have any questions regarding this project or any other project. Maybe it's about the power, or about the robotics, or communication, image processing, whatever, PLC, SCADA. So you can just simply drop me a text, or you can comment on this video. So let's get back to programming. So sim900 print line, and this will be used to 80 command to send a message. Like we will have to select a plain text mode, as we have different types of text modes, like the MMS type in the plain text mode. So we will select the plain text mode, and over here you have to specify the number on which you have to send a message, and delay then 1000, and sim900 print line message. So the message which we want to send, and delay 1000. And then this is a character 26, which is equal to the ASCII. See, and then then starts the white loop. Okay, so if sim900 dot available equals 0, it means that if we didn't receive any command from the sim900 module, okay, then what we have to do? So when there is no message received, then the controller will read the DHT sensor. It will just fetch the humidity and the temperature data. So the humidity data will be stored in H, and the temperature data will be stored in T, and the rest are for the errors. You can download the codes and circuit diagram from my blogger page. I will provide the link in the description. And now look at over here, which is the text for SMS is equal to text for SMS plus humidity, and text for SMS dot concatenate H, so which is the humidity value, and then the percent sign, and then we use the temperature, and we make a complete. So then this is a message over here, text for SMS. Now this message consists of all these things, the humidity and the string and the temperature data. So now this data we can now send through an SMS. So over here we are only like making a message to print on the serial monitor for checking that whether our code is working or not. So that's why we can use this for the debugging purposes. Like for example, let me run this. I have connected the Arduino, and the program is already uploaded, and we will have to wait for some time. This is ready, and now you can see the humidity is 14% and the temperature is 32. So that's right now from these values I know that okay, my programming is working. and I successfully access the humidity and the temperature values. So then after this step, okay, then on this step what I do, I just clear the text for SMS so that it can store the new data. And this is a very special kind of project code. Like we are doing two things, like one is the automatic system and the other one is the manual system. So over here I have defined a temperature that it's a special case that if the temperature exceeds 35 centi, then it should send me a message automatically, and the message will be consisting of the temperature exceeded. So this will be an automatic system. And for the manual requesting, then what we will do, if sim900 dot available greater than 0, check if we have received a command. Then what we have to do, just first of all print that character onto the serial monitor. If the end character is equal to V, which is the feedback command, you can see when we send a V to the GSM module, it will be used as a feedback. So now what it will do, so if we have received V, then delay for 10 milliseconds and print that in character onto the serial monitor for debugging purposes, then wait for 2 seconds and then read the humidity value, the temperature value, and again that's the same code which I copied from there and pasted over here. And then I just did the same thing, but only added one more thing, that is the send SMS text for SMS. So I'm sending this message also to the serial monitor and plus also onto the desired number. So that's it, that's the complete program that you can easily modify that. And if you have any questions, you can comment. So my friends, as you can see, all the components are interfaced with the Arduino. GSM sim900A is connected with the Arduino, and also the DHT11 is connected with the Arduino. The connections are 100% same as per the circuit diagram, which I already explained in very detail. So the ones who want to monitor the negative temperature as well, so they can also connect DHT22. While this temperature measure only positive temperature from 0 to I guess 4 to 50 centi. You can check the data sheet. Okay, now as you can see over here, the LED is blinking at a slow rate, which means that this module is connected with the GSM network, and it is powered up using 5 volts. And now it's time to upload the code into the Arduino. So before that, first of all, make sure that you have selected the right board, which is Arduino Uno, and a serial port is also selected. So now we'll have to click the upload button. So now you can see the program is uploaded, and now we are ready for the testing. So as you know that in programming we specified that when the temperature is greater than 35, then it should send us a message saying that the temperature is exceeded. So let's heat it up and see how it works. This sensor is a bit slow, and let's wait for the message now. Okay, we'll wait for the message. So we have received the message, and let's check. Yeah, you can see that it's saying that the temperature is exceeded. Okay, so now we will check how to request the sensor data. So it's a special case when the temperature exceeds beyond 35, and now if the temperature doesn't exceed and we want to monitor the temperature. So my friends, now let's request the temperature and humidity data. So for that we have a command, that is we will send V to the GSM module. The GSM module will receive the message, and then it will give this to the Arduino. The Arduino will check this we, and then it will send us the desired data. So now let's wait for this. I've already sent this we, and let's wait for the replay message. So as you can see, the Arduino has received and we just got a message that the humidity is 24 and the temperature is 35 centi. So it's really hot over here. It's the month of June, and so the temperature is 35 centi and the humidity is 24. And you can like request the sensor data again and again. It depends. So let's send a message again, and let's wait for this. It was such a really cool project. You can easily modify that. You can use this for monitoring anything, like for monitoring the ambient temperature, or you can just replace the DHT11 sensor with any other sensor like K-type sensor or DHT22. So you can see, my friends, now the temperature has dropped to 33 centi and the humidity is 12%. So this is how this project works. I hope you like today's episode. Like my video, share my videos with your friends, and see you in next episode, and thanks for watching.